Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Well, we are a short cast today, or team, or whatever you want to call us, Coven family. Some people are traveling. Donna has internet issues because of the storms that have been going on in Ohio. And yeah, so it will just be me and Marcus. Hello, babe.
What's up?
How you doing today?
Chilling.
Yes, you are. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so as you know, I almost forgot that we had a show. I got a message from our guest, and I was like, "Oh crap, we need to get on," because I didn't realize the time because I was so busy working on something. So, but at least we're here and ready to get started. So I have a little introduction for our special guest. Coven family, prepare yourselves, because today or tonight, wherever location you're at, we're welcoming a man whose life has been anything but ordinary. Our honorary guest is Jerry Millwood Jr., has dedicated his life to service, survival, and seeking the truth behind the Appalachian greatest mysteries. Born in Gaston County, North Carolina, Jerry is the son of a preacher and a North Carolina scholar, a U.S. Army Airborne veteran, almost tongue-tied that one, and former North Carolina National Guard Forward Artillery Observer. After proudly serving our nation for 13 years, he graduated from the University of North Carolina in Charlotte before beginning his distinguished career within the North Carolina court system. But Jerry's story doesn't end there. His passion for the unknown led him deeply into the legendary South Mountains of North Carolina, where strange encounters, unexplained phenomenon, and generations of Appalachian folklore continue to challenge everything we think we know. Jerry is a founder of School Spring Survival School, creator of Rebels Dark Tales of Appalachia on YouTube, host of the Strange and Unexplained Phenomenon in the South Mountains of North Carolina on TikTok, and a respected member of North Carolina Investigates. Tonight, we'll venture into the shadows with Jerry as we discuss cryptids, paranormal encounters, Appalachian legends, wilderness survival, mysterious locations, and unforgettable experiences that have shaped his incredible journey. Will you hear stories that defy explanation? Will long-held legends reveal new secrets? There's only one way to find out. So join the Coven, and let's bring out our wonderful guest, Jerry Millwood Jr. Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello, Rebel.
Good to see y'all.
Good to
it's
see
good
you.
To meet you, Marcus. Finally get to meet Marcus.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Yeah.
It's been because I was on on the NCI show in 2024, 2025, something like that.
2024
and part of 2025.
End of 2025, and we're over halfway through 2026.
Yeah. And you guys have been doing phenomenally very well.
Yeah. It is going really well.
Yeah.
A lot of doors opened, immediately. They say one door closes.
Yeah.
Well, the one door closed, so we just broke down a wall.
Yeah. Hi, Kara. Kara's in the house. Kara says hi, Marcus, too.
Hey.
And then hello. Oh, that's you, Rebel, saying hello to Jade. And then Kara says hello, Keza. All right. Oh, we've got Mickey Richards. Mikey Richards. Hello.
Good to see you, Mickey.
Is it Mickey? Okay, I said it right.
Yeah, he's a regular on the NCI show.
Oh, okay. Well, hello. Well, thank you for tuning in to Coven of Curiosities. I've known Jerry for a couple of years now, and he's my fellow rebel. And we had a great time on the previous show or channel that we were on together. And I sure miss all you guys on the NCI. It was great.
Well, you gotta jump on with us sometimes.
Yeah, I'll ask who does the scheduling. Is it Robert or you?
Me.
Okay. Well, let me know when I can come on and just hang out as a guest co-host or something.
Okay, I can answer that right now. Anytime.
Okay.
Anytime you want to.
Hey, Hound Dog. Hello.
All right. Hound Dog's my boy. Me and him have known each other for years and years, and he is a retired cop. And
Yeah.
we're going to get him in NCI before it's over with, but he's on the coast down in Eastern North Carolina now. So he's going to be our man in Eastern North Carolina.
Okay. Because that's funny because he's coming on the show. I think it's August 2nd. He comes on the Coven.
He does,
Yeah.
and he's looking forward to it.
Yes, August 2nd. So next Sunday he's coming on. So yeah, we're excited. So Jerry, you've got a lot that you've been doing and everything. And when's the last time that you've been out boots on the ground? Because I think you went out a little bit ago with some friends that you had on your property or something like that.
Yeah, a friend of mine, a fellow podcaster. I'm not going to reveal his name because I don't know that he's ready to go public because some things happened that was extremely impactful.
Okay.
But that was back in May.
Okay.
And I took a 4-hour hike with my grandson the other day in the South Mountains and another 2-hour hike the day after here in Wards Creek, which turned out to be an eventful day. My 7-year-old grandson got immersed into the Bigfoot world.
Oh, wow.
But I hadn't done any camping since May, and the NCI team were overdue to get out into the woods together.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you guys, I know that usually Tim goes out with Rachel a lot. They're always out in the woods and stuff like that. But I just wasn't sure when was the last time that you were out in the woods.
Not enough. I ain't been in the woods enough. Hell far.
Right. And not only that, but you get so much activity even on your own property or behind your property.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy the amount of stuff that you get. Did anyone reply back to that TikTok video that you posted?
Yeah, I had 120,000 views on that video. On the video that I posted where my pasture animals were exhibiting the strange behavior. They were afraid. The alpacas, the goats, my neighbor's horse and donkey, which in the neighboring pasture that's connected to mine, they were up, all of them were uphill, right next to the fence, next to my backyard. And get this, there were rabbits just among my goats and alpacas, and I was standing right there. The rabbits were more scared of something downhill than they were of me. And then there was a deer that was standing halfway uphill, not paying any attention to us, staring straight at the woods.
Yeah.
So I had tremendous reaction. Some people took that video and broke it down frame by frame and then sent me the screenshots of the different eye shines they saw.
Okay, so they did capture, you did have eye shines. I haven't looked at it again. I was going to look at it for you again.
Multiple eye shines. And it was yellow eye shines.
Okay.
With the Bigfoots, you're either going to get green or red, at least here in this region.
But they were yellow. That's interesting. And there was multiple. How many were there?
4 or 5 in different locations. And yellow eye shine is what you'll get from a mountain cat, a cougar. We call them panthers.
Okay.
But the thing is, the Black Panthers don't travel in packs. They travel solo. They hunt solo. So if it had been 4 or 5 different Black Panthers gathered at the bottom of my pasture in the woods, that really would have been news.
Right.
So it wasn't coyotes. First of all, coyotes don't come into this area. They stay clear of our area. But coyotes have green eye shine. Bears have green eye shine.
And not only that, but you don't just, besides the cryptid experiences, because I know there was the one, I was trying to locate it, trying to find it, but it's probably, I have so many folders for episodes and stuff. Oh, let's see. Wait, hold on. Hound Dog says, I've watched that video several times over the past couple of days. It's very strange, and those yellow eyes were creepy.
Yeah.
So I remember you sending me a video. I think it was last year, if I remember correctly. I was trying to find it. But it was where you were like, hey, can you take a look at this for me and tell me what you can make out? And so I put it on my big monitor, and I remember it being crouched down, and then it stood up. You have a fence line, and then there's another fence line, and it was behind that second fence line. And when it stood up, I was like, oh my gosh, Jerry, that looks creepy. Like, it did not, it was so skinny looking.
Yeah.
And long. The hands, claws, whatever, looked longer than the knees. And it was just the most creepiest thing I've ever seen. And it's literally in your backyard, pretty much, just, cross a couple of fences. Did you ever kind of get a better idea of what it might have been?
There's a lot of good ideas on what it could have been. Bob Trent and Dwight Campbell from Sasquatch Recon. Tim and I are also in Sasquatch Recon, and Bob and Dwight came, and Bob brought his cameras, and he set the cameras up in the where I was standing that night, and took some measurements. We had that second set of fence posts, which it was really fortuitous because those are exactly 6 feet high. And we knew this entity, whatever it was taller than those fence posts. And even more so, once you get past that second fence, it goes immediately downhill. So it was, a foot and a half lower. Well, Bob set the camera up. I went down there and I carried a fluorescent yellow stick. And I've walked the same path, or the same approximate path as the creature or entity or whatever it was. Yeah. We were able to measure it at 9 feet tall, based, extrapolating off of what you could see just the top of my head, but I was holding the stick up. So we made that measurement. Now, it could have been an old, emaciated squatch. I don't think so. I don't believe that's what it was.
I don't think it was, because it wasn't very broad. It was more thin and lanky and just very tall. And it almost looked like I remember it being really creepy looking. Again, like I said, I was trying to find the video of that to see if we could share it. But I don't know. I just know that also too, there was that other time. Now, I've never been able to see an actual Bigfoot in real life, but I've heard them, because there was that one time we happened to be on the phone because you were getting a lot of vocals in your backyard, and I could literally hear in the background them doing their like their loud growling sound or whatever, and even hearing the sound. So that was insane.
You would be surprised how many times that's happened over the years. A lot of times I'll talk on the phone at night while I'm walking the dogs, checking the property. And several people were on the phone with me, and it was close enough for, like you, they got to hear it too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll do you any good now, but I can shoot you that video real quick.
Okay.
On Messenger.
No, we got time. We can do it.
I think the most popular hypothesis or theory on what it was is a rake or a pale crawler that's standing up. I don't know nothing about those. I really hadn't studied them, but those who have had encounters say that they can stand up and not just crawl. I don't want none of that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I guess, you don't get a choice in these matters.
Yeah. So here's a really good question for you. So with a lot that's been going on out there, whether it's Donna talking about experience or even other people that you know of and their experiences, even Trisha and when she goes out in the field and everything. So a lot of people are saying that the veil is thinning. In your opinion, do you think the veil is thinning? And do you think it's going to be fully open at all times within the next few years? And if so, how many years do you think?
Yeah, it's thinning. And speaking from my little microcosm here in my area, daytime sightings have increased, which has not been a thing here. It's usually nighttime. And there was a lady last August contacted me. She lives about 3 or 4 miles from me. She saw a dog man right in the middle of the day, just standing there in the wood line watching her and her dog. She got a picture, got a couple pictures, and you could see the ears. You could, it was massive. It was up on 2 feet, and you could see those little ears sticking straight up.
Yeah,
about 7 feet tall. I went back over there, recreated it, and tried to verify the authenticity of it. And she got a picture of a hairy thing, dark in color, with ears on the top of its head, watching her at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mentioned my grandson and I. They're here. I've got them 2 more days, but I took him on a hike here. We got in the creek. We creek walked for 3 or 4 miles, and I figured he would be fine. I wasn't worried for his safety or anything. And from the time 5 minutes into the hike, we had a rock thrown at us.
Really?
5 minutes later, another rock thrown at us. About 10 or 15 minutes after that one, yet a third rock. And we think there was a fourth thrown, but it didn't splash in the water. It hit somewhere on the bank. But since we didn't see the rock, we're just going to say that was impossible. We were being followed, and we were yelled at. That there was something in the distance. There was a squatch noise, so I yelled back at it, and it answered a couple times, and it quit. In a few minutes, it yelled at us from a very short distance. It came right up on us. So the cryptids at least have decided they want to be active during the daytime. And since May, things have taken a turn more toward the dark side, where we've seen some aggressive, threatening behavior. I don't know if I told you exactly what happened when we camped back in May, me and my friend, but we fled out of the woods at 4 o'clock in the morning. I've never done that in my life.
Really?
We had a daytime tree knock about 4 o'clock that day, which was very unusual.
Yeah.
And then around 10 or 10:30, we had some howls, some of those deep guttural, it's a really scary, ugly sounding vocalization. 1 o'clock in the morning, there was one across the creek just watching us.
Yeah.
He got it on night vision, and I put my night vision up, and there it stood just watching us, Marcus. And it creeped me out because it was so close, and I saw it blink. And that was creepy. And finally, it just left. And a little bit after 1 a.m., we went to bed, and I gave him a radio and said, "Wake me up if anything interesting comes up." And right before 4, he woke me up, said, "Are you hearing this?" And once I kind of came to my senses, I don't know, it was just chaotic. There was whooping. There was what sounded to me like the chest beating.
Yeah.
It's weird cackling noise. And none of it, I had this horrible, horrible feeling. I felt mentally, spiritually, just terrible. I was afraid, and he was too. And he said, "You got any objection to us just leaving?" I said, no, we need to do that. Grab your stuff. So we both just grabbed our packs. We left everything else down there, threw them in the back of my truck. Right as we were coming up to the back of my truck to leave, there was this low guttural. I've never heard a vocalization like this. And I can't do it justice, but it was a real low. 2 times. And it was just feet from our camp. And it was ominous. It was threatening. And I haven't been back to that spot since, other than that next morning in daylight, we went down there and got all our stuff. And since then, at night, we hear more of these angry sounding vocalizations than I do the normal stuff, just the normal whoops or tree knocks, occasional howl. But
Yeah.
lots of it just sounds like anger, a lot of negative sounding stuff, a negative feeling to it. And I think I figured out what set them off.
What is that?
40 something feral cats that were living here, not far from where we camped, not 3/4 of a mile west of my house. And 2 men set up on high ground over a period of 2.5 days, the Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday morning, prior to us camping on Wednesday night. But they shot and killed they sniped more than 40 of the feral cats. And I think that indiscriminate killing, I don't know, I think it pissed them off.
Yeah. I don't know. I just been hearing a lot of how the veil is opening and that a lot of more aggressive cryptids are coming out, especially Bigfoot. As we know, there are many different kinds that are out there. But my curiosity is because most of my background and Marcus's background is paranormal. We're slowly but surely getting eventually into the cryptid. We went to Land Between the Lakes with Trisha and Doug, met up with other people there and stuff too. And we didn't, unfortunately, get to experience any cryptid, but we did get paranormal when we were out there. We were talking to, what is his name? Gary? Was it Gary? Do you remember, babe?
I think it was Gary.
And that was interesting. Trisha had a K2 meter and it was literally shooting to red constantly in this one particular area. Now, with my abilities, I definitely felt like something was watching me to my left. I kept feeling like something was near me, but I couldn't obviously touch it or whatever, but I could feel it. When you get that sensation of there's something next to me, but we can't see it, But yeah, it was quite interesting out there. It was also interesting when we first went over the bridge and we saw the sign. When we passed that, all of a sudden, my chest got super heavy and I felt dread. And I've never been there before, didn't know what to expect. I've heard people talking about it, but it's different when you actually go there. It's absolutely beautiful. We loved it there. It's gorgeous. Marcus enjoyed the fishing. He did a little fishing before we got started that night, but it was just, I hear so many things, but also too, it's just like paranormal. You can go out there every weekend. Sometimes you're going to get things. Sometimes you're not. It just depends. Just like when we go to a location to investigate, sometimes we get a little, sometimes it goes off and goes crazy and I'm feeling a bunch of stuff or I'm seeing things. So yeah, it's just interesting. But my whole thing is that with even paranormal, it seems like more activity is going on as well in the paranormal community, as well as the cryptid. So I was just kind of wanting your opinion on that, the veil opening or thinning even more and more and more, it seems like. because all this negative stuff keeps occurring, it seems like, and it's getting dangerous and more dangerous.
Yeah, you can see it. You look across the spectrum of human behavior, and we see so much just evil behavior. You know, I worked my first 12 years with the court system. I was a magistrate. I worked night court. I was there front lines in a very busy county, and I saw, you know, back then I thought I was seeing a lot of craziness and a lot of evil, but now it's 10 times. It's increased tenfold or more. And the last half of my career, I worked as a deputy clerk of court, and I got to see the files coming across my desk, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse in terms of the mean, ugly, evil behavior. So it bleeds into people. You know, there's spirits, and demons, and stuff that takes control of folks.
Yeah,
and I think that's a really big piece of evidence that the veil has been thinning for some time now.
Yeah. Well, and it seems too, from what just documentaries that I'm watching, I did watch, by the way, the Meadow Project. Very, very good. Everyone who's watching, or gonna watch later, I highly recommend it. It's actually very good. I did enjoy watching it, but it talks about portals. And I know that Trisha has even, like, it's been said that a portal kind of sounds like a metallic sound. I know Martin Groves and
Martin Groves
also experienced. Trying to remember who Martin Groves experienced one.
Did Martin? Martin is one of the top experiencers in the world. I can't remember if he experienced a portal or not, but it's highly possible that he did. And you got to read Martin's 3 books.
Okay.
Let me just throw that out there for everybody. Martin's 3 books about Land Between the Lakes. If you want to study Land Between the Lakes, you're missing out if you don't read his books. I know Adam Davies. I don't know if you've ever got to meet Adam Davis or not. He's British. He lives in Tennessee. He went to the LBL with us. He experienced a portal opening.
I believe I met him on the Tracy show.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can hear his account on American Sasquatch, which was a David Paulides documentary, and Adam interviews in that, and he talks about that portal. I can't remember if Martin did or not, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did experience a portal. But there's the metallic sound, and that's something that we've heard here and people have heard in so many places. I think that's what it is. I think it is the energy or whatever.
Yeah.
When one of those opens or closes, what else is going to make a metallic sound in the middle of remote forest?
I don't know. Well, and another thing is too, because I watch a lot of documentaries and I watch a lot of like Skinwalker Ranch, Blind Frog Ranch, and everything. And it's as I've always asked certain guests when they come on and everything, I always ask them, do you think that cryptid and paranormal intertwine, and have something to do with each other? And I always ask that. I know you believe that. I believe that. So it's interesting how, at first I was only into paranormal and, yes, I did like Bigfoot and I do believe in Bigfoot, but I now more with us being on the podcast and talking to more people, like the cryptid side is just so fascinating to me because they do intertwine with paranormal. And so it's interesting, and a lot of even paranormal. I had a guest on not too long ago. They're a couple, and Greg and Justin, and they talked about our paranormal experience we had at a house. And it's you'll find it on my YouTube, y'all, if you want to go and check it out. Greg and Justin. But they had a very interesting experience there where they caught this very interesting thing in a big mirror. but they also caught what they said looked like a dang Wendigo up in the window above the door. And I couldn't explain it. They try to debunk it because, as paranormal investigators, like myself and Marcus, we always try to debunk. We always try to figure out what it is, if it's that or what it is. But it's just interesting how, as the more I'm going down this rabbit hole for cryptid, as well as, staying in the paranormal, it's interesting how things really are connecting along with aliens.
Yep.
There's so much activity going on now with UFOs or UPAs or whatever you want to call them out there. It's insane. The amount. UAPs. That's what I meant.
UAPs. I was like, UPAs. Is that a new GPA system or something? Like, what the heck?
It's Cindy language, I guess. Giggle language. Y'all know what I meant.
Yeah. No, it's just funny.
I know. What is your take on this, Marcus?
I'm still like fairly new into this stuff, so mainly I have been listening to everybody's stories, trying to, kind of experience all the stories and stuff like that. But really, I need to get out there and like have my own experience, because until I have that, I'm still gonna have the skeptical mindset, So it's like kind of, you gotta see it to believe it, or the witnessing portion of it, at least for me. But and that goes with like paranormal side of things as well, like Cindy was mentioning. I'm always like thinking about the science behind something, like, oh, that could have happened because of this, but there are times, cases that we've run into through every scenario in my head, and there's no way, that could actually happen. And so, which started opening me up more, and now like being into the cryptid side of things. So, but yeah, it's all interesting though. It's very interesting. I love to hear it, and what people have experienced and gone through, and I just want to be able to experience it myself finally.
Yeah.
Well,
that's like me. I've been wanting to see a Bigfoot or a dog man. I know I shouldn't say that, but it's something that I would love to see and experience. But it's just, even actually, I'll play your video here in a second, Jerry. I have it pulled up. But remember when, Marcus, we were at the Biltmore Hotel, which is very well known in LA. It is very haunted. We had a lot of activity in that hotel, a lot. But Marcus actually, so when something actually does happen to you and how you react to it, whether you're seeing, you're like excited or you can't move or whatever. So he was, if you want to tell the story, you can, Marcus, but he was over in this hallway area where the door was, and we're investigating the room that we were in. You want to tell? It's no, that where the voice.
Yeah, no, I know. You can
Anyway, so he's in the hallway investigating the camera and stuff like that. And it was real quiet in the room. And all of a sudden, Marcus literally was like, whoa, what was that? Like, it made him kind of jump a little bit, not scared, but like, what the heck? And what did you hear? It was like a growl, right?
It was like a growl, like right in my ear. Like, it was weird. And then this door went somewhere, but it was closed off. Like they painted it shut, right? So whatever, I don't know, it was weird, but it came from that door, because then there was like a weird like tapping, knocking sound as well. But like I was just recording what they were doing, and it's like a little hallway, and then you have the closet to your left, and then that painted shut door to the right, and it had no knob or anything either, so all that was taken off. And but yeah, like I was just sitting there, and like I really go roof, like right in my ear, like it was ridiculous. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. But that room, like, everything was like simultaneously going off, like at moments of our investigation, and it was like one of the coolest experiences that I had when we were investigating.
Yeah, so it was cool.
This kind of brings a good point to my mind.
Yeah,
for anybody that's an investigator, researcher, or wants to get into it, or is just starting. You know, you've got there's 4 things you need to be reading as much as you can on the subject that you're studying, watching documentaries, interviewing witnesses. You know, that is a big one. If you can find witnesses to interview, and I'm talking, you know, there's undiscovered witnesses out there, but interviewing witnesses, and then finally, but like Mark said earlier, boots on the ground, whether it's going out of these haunted locations or going out in the woods, those 4 things, and what you get after a certain period of time of beating the bushes and keeping after it. It's a mathematical formula. The more you do it, the more statistically you stand to be able to have an experience. But over time, you will accumulate experiences, and every experience that's a opportunity to learn. And so over time, it's like, now I look back and I think of all my different experiences, and I see how it has accumulated to bring me to where I am now. And I certainly don't understand everything, but at least I understand a little bit better than I did the night that my wife and I saw a booger standing by the road staring at us. So you keep after it, and one day you'll say, gosh, I have accumulated a lot of experiences. Write them down, keep your notes, and I could see you two writing a book.
Yeah. Eventually, maybe someday we will. Yeah. But I know once we get to Arkansas, like I mentioned, I think I mentioned to you before that once we get out to Arkansas, which will be next year, early of next year, we're definitely going to be trucking through the Ozarks.
Oh, yeah. You'll be in Bigfoot country. You'll be near Falk, Arkansas. That's the Mecca.
Is it? Okay.
That's where Boggy Creek is.
Okay. Because I know before, like, I'm going to start researching on that. Yeah, that's another good movie. Actually, I think that movie or the Boggy Creek is definitely a true story.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Too many witnesses.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But definitely. But yeah, we're going to get out to the Ozarks. And actually, we when we were out there as well, we went to Eureka Springs, which is also known to have Bigfoot sightings as well. Very, very, very old town. It was amazing. Cobblestone roads and sidewalks and everything. And they have, there's a hotel there we're going to investigate as well when we get out there. But I'm just looking forward to finally getting out in the woods and doing what y'all do.
And y'all won't be far from Western North Carolina.
That's true.
No, we won't.
No.
We'll be right there.
So and you've got a place to stay. Hint, hint. The room I'm in right now, the studio, also known as the spare bedroom. Hint, hint.
Yeah. No, and I would love to finally meet Nancy. Has Nancy ever thought to come on with you when you're doing podcasts?
I've tried to get her on to do a show. She said maybe one day, because she's had so many experiences. Yeah. She was with me on the first time I saw one. She was right beside me and saw it. Yeah. So maybe I could get her out of her shell. She supports me 100%, and she's very interested in it. She hadn't been back in the woods since last August when she almost had her head taken off by a rock.
Yeah.
But she still supports me. She's had so many experiences. I would love for her to hurry up and get on the show with me.
Yeah, she should, especially with her experiences and you guys, being together and supporting each other. you guys, you can support her when she's talking about things, because I know that sometimes it can be, very hard for people to talk about, but it's so important to talk about it, and not hold things in like I did for many years. I held things in, because I thought I was going crazy. Why am I seeing things? Why am I experiencing things when I wasn't crazy? It was just, I had abilities and I just didn't understand them. So now that I understand them, Marcus has seen me and work, and when I'm in that mindset and opened up for spirits to talk through me or communicate through me, however they want to do it. But yeah, it's interesting. And the stuff that comes through to me matches to the history, which then confirms, because when I go to a location, I don't want to know anything about the history whatsoever. I don't want to know any names, nothing. And I go into it completely dark. And then he does the research and see what I come up with and if it matches. And so far, I've been pretty on?
Yeah. Pretty on.
I would be interested to know your readings here. Where
I would love, Marcus and I would love to get out there. I know that we're looking to purchase a camper before we head out there, because that's how we're going to move our things, because we want something that we can travel in. But we're talking about going to Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio. We want to go to, there's so many different locations to not only do cryptid research, but paranormal, so many places. And he can go fishing during the day.
There you go. You can also hook up. Hey, we've got 2 NCI members in Arkansas now. We got Wyatt Estes, who does Boone County Cryptids, and his best friend and right-hand man, Richard Bruschetta, if I'm saying that right. But Wyatt and Richard are both members of NCI now. They live in near Kingston, Arkansas.
Kingston, where's that at?
That's up.
We're going to be north. We're northwest, right?
They're
going to be in the Bella Vista.
Very top northwest, and right on the border of Missouri.
Yeah, we're right on the border of Missouri.
Well, they're in North Arkansas, and Marcus will like this since he's a fisherman. They squatch by going out on a boat at night and riding the waterways and watching the banks, kind of like Mike Smith does up at Land Between the Lakes.
Okay.
But that's how they squatch, and so you've got them you can hook up with as well. They won't be, but I don't know, maybe an hour from you, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, if you could send them their name, I would love to get connected with them.
That
would be awesome. Because that would be an awesome thing to do, is connect with other people and go out with other people that are familiar with the Ozarks, because we're not right now. So Kira says, Cindy, we got Shawnee National Forest in South Illinois. Nice. And Hound Dog says Nancy is awesome. I have heard. I've been waiting to meet her.
I'm going to tell the world a story right quick, just for y'all, because I know you're going to get a kick out of this.
Okay.
As you know, she was a retired cop.
Yes.
Well, Hound Dog worked for a different agency, but he worked at the Vice Bureau. And Nancy would do undercover prostitution stings. She was the bait.
Was she?
She would pose as the streetwalker. And let me tell you, they would line up. Hound Dog will back me up on this. They would line up, and at the end of the night, they had written 24 citations for solicitation. So they used to say that Nancy is our champion hoe.
I love it. She is a very good looking woman. She really is. She stays very young looking.
That's because she's married to me.
You keep her nice and young.
So maybe if she was here to defend herself, she could rebuke me on that. But.
Right. All right. So I've got that video, one of the videos up, and then I'll get the other one up. But let's go ahead and bring this out. So earlier, anyone that's missed it, we were talking about Jerry's property, how active his property is, and this was a video that he sent to me to kind of help look at and analyze. So we'll bring this up here. Okay. Let's see, can I make this bigger? I don't know if I can. So look in this area here.
You can see it now on down at way in the back. You'll see a white silhouette. It's white or gray. You know, we're not sure if it's white or if it's gray, but it's one of those colors. Uh-oh. And it just walked out.
Yeah.
I had been spotlighting the whole area south of me back and forth for 10 minutes. And then suddenly it just walked out in the view.
I mean, look how tall it is though, too.
Yeah. And remind everybody, that fence post you see down there is 6 foot tall. And you can see it's higher than the post. Plus it's standing on ground that is lower. And it was scientifically measured by Bob Trent, and it's right at 9 feet tall.
Yeah. And then, so let me remove this real quick. Let me pull up the one that's a little bit longer.
I got one that's slow motion. Matter of fact, you made the slow motion for me.
Yeah, I did.
You
I
did.
helped you with that one. Yeah.
This one is the slow motion that you made.
Okay. Let me add this back. Is it the right one? Yeah, I think so. Okay. There it is right here.
Yeah. If only I hadn't have been zoomed in so hard, we would have some more clarity, but still yet, I'll probably go the rest of my life and not get a video like this. I hope not, but this is a one in a million.
Well, like you can see, it's tall, it's thin, and it's like grayish white.
And I think it walked out, and then I believe that it turned to its right and headed straight downhill. Why? I think it walked out. I mean, it knew I was watching.
Yeah.
Because, good gosh almighty, look at my spotlight. I can spotlight aircraft with that thing. It knew I was watching.
Yeah.
A friend of mine made a very good point, kind of a scary point. It said, Jerry, that thing walked out to distract you from something else. I said, shut your mouth. Because, once I found it showed itself for like 12 seconds. So I don't know. Actually, when Cindy first, I sent it to her, she cleaned it up and enhanced it some, but I did have AI. I sent the video in the AI and I said, do me an animation. And I didn't say anything else to AI. I just said, do me a animation, only closer,
Yeah.
I'll send that to you.
Okay.
And that's all I did. I didn't give it parameters or descriptions, and it's extremely weird.
Mickey says, I thought about putting out a sign with a BF picture saying, if you've seen me, call me. I would love to hear stories firsthand or from whomever.
You should do that, Mickey, because that's what propelled me into the public, into going public with my experiences. Was I had the opportunity, things fell into place, and I started interviewing witnesses from the South Mountains area.
Yeah.
That is my favorite thing to do, is to hear the stories straight from the people.
Same.
I love it. I love the show These Woods Are Haunted, because that's a show where they base everything off of eyewitness interviews. And I would do that, Mickey. I encourage you to do that. Here's the AI coming to you.
So, and I think too, Jerry, back when you first sent this to me, because I want to say, was it 2024?
It was spring of 2025. I believe it was, I want to say March.
Yeah, and I don't think we were really utilizing AI much back then, or at least I wasn't, because I know that oh, whoops, did I miss one? Oh no, okay. Because I didn't really start utilizing AI until just just a few months ago. So, because at first I was like, ew, AI, ew, and then I'm like, actually, this is kind of cool. So
it is crazy. And when it sent me back its interpretation of what my video was showing, it actually freaked me out.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it right now. So
it really did freak me out.
So let me get it up there. So that's what AI generated from his video.
Yeah.
And you used your video and said the AI.
Right. I just sent it the video and I said, recreate the individual in this picture. Animate it. Make me an animation. And this is what it gave me.
It's interesting.
I'm trying to get us a date on when this happened.
Yeah, I was trying to remember too, because I know it was definitely I think it was after I left Channel 12. I think
it was May 18th, 2025.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, very interesting. But like I said, you can even tell in the original video that it was something that was light in color. It was like whitish, grayish, or something light and skinny and tall. And it was definitely not furry and, but it was definitely interesting. It was, because I know also too, what I did for you for that video is I took pictures. So I would stop it. I had control. I was able to stop, take a picture, and I sent them to you, those to you as well, to help kind of figure out the shape of it a little bit better, Yeah.
Yeah. And that helped tremendously. You could clearly see it was bipedal, and it was lanky, tall, light. It was white or gray. And I immediately ran to Bigfoot because I'm a Bigfoot guy and said, okay, well, that's an old, scrawny Sasquatch, an elderly Squatch. Once you reach a certain stage of being elderly, you lose muscle mass. But I don't think that anymore. And if there's a pale crawler or a rake here, then there has to be some negative energy that it feeds off of.
Yeah. So how's the shows, your shows going that you have?
Good. I've kind of put Rebels Dark Tales a little bit on the back burner. Yeah. I did my new episode of the new season, and I'm starting to do book reviews. And
I saw that.
I reviewed Angie Williamson's book. Oh gosh, what's the name of it? I read it twice. Well, anyway, you can go on my channel and you can see my book review of Angie's book. But since then, I've had so much happen, I haven't put the second episode out. I'm going to do some shorts, and my first short is going to feature a story / kind of a horror poem that Hound Dog wrote.
Okay. Very cool.
But I've just had so much going on that, I when I do it, I want to devote the proper amount of time to it, and I want to do it right. So I've got that. My grandkids go back Tuesday, and my schedule's going to kind of even out a little bit.
Yeah.
So get back on it.
And
But
this is
NCI
your
shows
son's grandkids, right? Or
Say
your
again?
son's kids? Are these your son's kids
Yes.
that are
Yes.
visiting? Yeah.
My oldest 2 grandkids he's got 4, and these are the oldest 2, and granddaughter's 11 and Wesley's 7. So it's been great. I've been with them since July the 3rd.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it's been great. It's been a great summer with them.
Yeah. And it was sad that we couldn't meet up and go out and investigate with you while you were in town here with your son, because your son was going to go too with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did ride with me and the kids loaded up and rode to Proctor Valley once. I just wanted to go see it.
Yeah.
And when I got there, we went literally till the road ended and the dirt roads began, and it's vast wilderness.
Really?
Yeah. And it's, according to people that reached out to me, that's a cryptid hotspot, paranormal hotspot.
Okay.
But we'll get there.
Yeah. Maybe we should go check it out sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be a nice little drive out there and go check it out.
Heck yeah.
And you said it's Proctor
Valley. It's a national, I guess in California, they call it a wilderness refuge or something like that.
Okay.
It's absolutely gorgeous during the day, but I'm betting you when the sun goes down, the character changes there.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Dang. That sounds fun and cool. Can't wait for it. So what do you have new or down the pipeline besides this new book review? Do you have anything that's new or down the pipeline that's coming on some point?
We're going to try a couple new things on the NCI show. We're going to, in the cryptid world and probably paranormal world too, who are some of the most trusted witnesses? The cops. And there's in the cryptid realm, there's a lot of police officers who have had cryptid sightings. So we're going to do a show or two. The working title now is Bigfoot from a cop's perspective. We're going to have Hound Dog on. We're going to have a few other people. And on Sasquatch Recon, Bob Trent is working on a full-length documentary. And we have a YouTube channel. Bob runs it. As a matter of fact, on Sasquatch Recon channel, you will find the video where we recreated the white booger video that we just watched.
Right. Okay.
And hope Bob's working on that, and everybody in Sasquatch Recon is going to be. He's going to interview all of us a couple times, and we're all going to pitch in there. What else have we got coming up? And NCI, I mean, you never know about us. Somebody may say on a Monday night, "Hey, let's go to the woods Wednesday." Okay, let's go. I'm wanting to get out. I'm wanting to get everybody here. I'm wanting to get everybody here from NCI. I'm wanting to get everybody here from Sasquatch Recon, because we have an area where 2 of my witnesses live that continues to have a lot of experiences. Very strange stuff. The last one was something. I think I know what it was. I think it was Bigfoot's.
Yeah.
Had caught rabbits and just ripped the hides off of them. They weren't cut. The hides weren't cut. They were ripped, and they threw them in their backyard.
What?
So their my witnesses' dogs would not go near those rabbit skins. Says a lot, because a dog would just absolutely love to chew on a rabbit skin. They've just had a lot of stuff. So we really need to put together a thorough nighttime investigation. Me and Todd Landers from NCI has done a couple of short night times, and we've had experiences every time. So that's on the radar. We've got a lot coming up with NCI. We've got a lot of opportunities, and we're trying to think of new things. But we're going to be back out in the woods soon.
That's awesome. Yeah, we need to. Marcus and I will eventually get back out and paranormal investigate a few more times before we move. We've got some locations that I've been wanting to go to and check out and stuff. So we'll see how soon we can get out there. But we have a lot of saving up to do and a lot of packing and purging to do because, moving across states can be a lot. So, but we're definitely looking forward to it. New start, new fresh area, more country, especially in the area that we'll be living in is definitely so beautiful out there. And we love the fact too that we'll be so close to the Ozarks. So we're really excited. And to everyone else too. Seriously, we're going to be closer to Trisha and Doug and not too far from Donna and you all there in North Carolina. So yeah, and then Tennessee too. We want to go there. There's just so many places. I'm ready to start traveling more for sure.
Didn't my witness reach out to you, the one who had the encounter with the wood hag?
Yes, she did.
I was hoping you might talk her into maybe making an appearance on your show.
I will reach out to her. I haven't asked her about that. I will ask her if she'll be interested in coming on and speaking. I did have long conversation with her about what, and she sent me the photos.
Right.
She sent them all to me and everything. So I have them again, unfortunately, because they are pretty scary.
Upsetting.
Yeah, it's very odd. Very odd. But yeah. And yes, Heidi, definitely Colorado. I actually lived in Colorado a couple of times out of my life, and Marcus also lived there. So yeah, that's definitely another place we would like to go investigate at because there's hot spots everywhere. So they're all over the place. But and you guys also have the NCI Mafia songs now.
Yep. Robert Epler is on fire.
He is, isn't he?
That man is on fire, and he is definitely our creator. I mean, he keeps getting better and better. And now we've all written songs, and but he's got the NCI music album coming out in the next few days.
Yes.
I can't remember which day.
So you just had one song get released. It was just yesterday, I think, is when it was released. And you can find it on Amazon Music. You can find it on Spotify and everything. It's actually a very good song. I got to get a sneak peek of it and to hear it. So it is really good. It's very catchy. I'm telling you, I'm like sitting in my chair just dancing away to it. So it's got a really good beat. But yeah, you guys have, I think it's November that you're having a Christmas album coming out too or something. And then a New Year's Eve album that you guys will be actually coming out with. But yeah, Robert's been on fire big time.
And he said that we're going to do an album for every genre that each of us like. Like me and George like heavy metal.
Okay.
So, he said we'll do a heavy metal NCI album and so on and so forth. Yeah. And Robert might do all. If all of us write a song, Robert might have it done in a week and a half.
I know he's gotten so good at generating the stuff that even the photos, the images that he does. Oh my gosh, so good. Mickey says, I heard of a game warden called Hound Dog in an upstate South Carolina. That was a long time ago.
Well, our Hound Dog is the game warden down in eastern North Carolina, and he will whoop your butt. Don't cross our Hound Dog. He'll lay it to you.
Yeah, we're excited to have Hound Dog on the show next Sunday. We can't wait.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, Jerry, if people want to find you, how can they find you?
Facebook, Jerry Millwood. I prefer to communicate either over Messenger or text. But you can send me a friend request on Facebook. I got granted content creator status, and I think I can have like 2,000 more friends before I'm full. You can find me on YouTube, Rebels Dark Tales of Appalachia. Don't go in there talking about Rebels Dark Tales of Appalachia, because Appalachia ain't a word. An Appalachian, I think, is a ghost or something, right? Appalachia, people. Say it with me. Appalachia. And on TikTok, J.R. Millwood.
Yeah. I'll never forget when I was messing up that word. And boy, I got taught how to say it very quickly by you guys. And moon pies.
Yeah. Moon pies and RC colas.
Yeah. Oh, I miss RC colas. I haven't had one of those in years.
You guys are going to get immersed into the Southern culture. So
I'm sure. Thank you so much, Heidi. We love you, girl. Yeah, she's amazing. She always, whenever I post, she'll share to remind people. It's so great that you've got people that come on and they'll do that for you and help you out. I just love that. So thank you so much, Heidi. I really do appreciate it so much. And the faithful Kira, who always attends the show, she's amazing as well. And same with Hound Dog. And thank you, Nikki, for tuning in and watching. It's been a pleasure having you on. And
never misses an NCI show. By the way, NCI shows 7 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yep.
Come hell or high water, usually we are there. So y'all check us out. Be on there with Mickey and Hound Dog. Yeah. Y'all come and join in with us. We really involve the audience.
Yes, you guys do. I always encourage the audience to. I like to hear what the audience has to feel or feels, or comments, or it's nice to have their input, I guess you can say. So, but and then Marcus, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, what are your handles?
All right. Well, you can see me on here every Sunday at 2 p.m. Schedule is changing, I guess.
Yes.
Later on, but for now, the Haunted and Hunted case files every other Wednesday. So not this Wednesday; it'll be the following Wednesday. We just had this show past week, and then you can reach me on Instagram if you want. Am I missing a show?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
I think that's it.
Yeah, Coven and then the Haunted and Hunted case files. Yep. Yeah.
Oh no, well, Federal Paranormal.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, you can reach me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then if anyone actually hold on one second here. Let's do this. Because then I can have it handy. But yes. So thank you everyone for stepping into the circle with us today on Coven of Curiosity podcast. Your energy, your curiosity, your spirits, they keep the Coven alive until we gather again. Walk gently through the mysteries. As you know, Coven of Curiosities is a judgment-free zone. To me, this is very important to get this message out. When you join the Coven, your stories and experiences will be heard because they matter and they are valued. And I will not tolerate any type of bullying whatsoever on the show or in the audience. So just want to keep that in mind. It happened a few weeks back, and I will not tolerate that. There's no need for it. We have enough hate in the world and in our communities, and we don't need any more. If you would please rate, follow, like, share, and subscribe. It's time to join the Coven and unveil the mysteries of the unknown. We are going to actually be taking a break from guests. Our last guest will be mid-September. After that, we are going to change things up a bit. We're going to take a break from guests, and we're going to talk about a lot of different topics out there that I've been dying to talk about and have a huge discussion inside the Coven family. We will be asking people to come on as guests to join in the discussion. Other than that, we'll have guests on maybe later in the year and hear more about their experiences and stories that they may have. But we want to get into some topics that we've been dying to talk about. So we hope that you guys continue to stay tuned in and watch the show. We've got some good topics in the lineup, and I'm excited to talk about those. You can find me on all social medias except for X. The best way to actually get a hold of me is on Facebook under Cindy Sapp. And then you'll find all my links on there. And as well as you can find me on Instagram, all that. But that's the best way to find me. And also, everyone, I'm so excited that Coven and Curiosity merchandise is finally out. It's my one design that I have out right now. I've got another design that's going to be coming out for Coven. And then I'll be releasing Curiosity Couture by Cindy, which is my own personal designs for clothing, apparel, and accessories. Or clothing and apparel is the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm just excited. Sorry. But anyway, Jerry, as always, it is such a pleasure having you on. I'm glad you and Marcus finally got to meet.
Yes.
Finally. Hopefully Nancy will come on and, come on as a guest with you sometime and tell her side, because I would love to hear her side.
I'm going to keep working on her. And then, in the near future, we're actually going to get to meet all four of us, you and Marcus and me and Nancy, in person. Don't make me come to Arkansas, because I will.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely.
Well, we'll have the camper and everything, but we have 4 dogs, so.
That's okay. We got 11. They'll get along soon.
All right, cool.
He's got a huge, what is it? You've got llamas?
Alpacas.
Alpacas.
Oh, hell yeah. Alpacas are sick. I love them.
And then you got goats. You've got a lot of dogs.
Chickens, dogs, cats.
Yeah, possums now.
And now possums. And who knows, by then I may have a baby Sasquatch with the way Nancy does things. I don't know.
Yeah, Nancy works for a veterinarian and she is always rescuing dogs. So if we need a dog again later, babe, we can just ask Nancy and Jerry, and I'm sure they'll.
Oh yeah.
We like to rescue dogs ourselves.
Yeah.
So
we can help you out.
So yeah. But anyway, this has been such an amazing show. Thank you so much again, Jerry, for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, my friend and fellow rebel. And until next time, y'all have a great evening and a rest of the weekend. And we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.